Welcome to Season 2 of the Shekina Meditation Podcast, created by community members and friends of Shekina Garden in Pai, Thailand. Shekina communities are dedicated to creating free devotional spaces of Christian practice for spiritual seekers and travelers around the world. We post Christ-centered guided meditation each week to help you in your personal or small group practice. You can find episode show notes and other information at shekinacommunity.com. Hey guys, this is Ray and I'm sitting here with Ro at the garden. It's Season 2, Episode 20 of the podcast. And as always, patrons, you guys are supporting us. You're supporting the podcast and its continuation. And in doing so, you're helping to keep our community running and free for travelers and spiritual seekers. We're really thankful for that.
Absolutely.
You can find us if you want to become part of this excellent group of people. You can find us at patreon.com/Shekina Meditation Podcast. And you can support us for $1 or more per month. And it just really, really helps us.
It really does. It keeps our lights on. Keeps our fans going. All the different things that we put on cost a little bit of money. Nothing's too expensive, but it all adds up.
Yeah.
And it really helps. Perhaps you can't afford that just now, but you'd like to help us out in another way. You could perhaps write a review for us on iTunes. It just helps people who are looking for this sort of meditation podcast or this sort of podcast to find us.
Yes.
You might even send it to a friend, recommend it, or maybe ask a friend over for coffee if you're in a part of the world where you can do that at the moment. Ask a friend over and you could listen to an episode together and see if they're into it.
You can also follow us on Instagram and share our stuff on there because we have an Instagram page.
We do.
We are at Shekina Garden. Shekina is not spelled with an H on the end, just an A.
That's right.
At Shekina Garden. You'll find us and you'll find different meditation posts that you can also share.
That's right. Yeah, we would appreciate that.
We really would.
It would really help us. So today's meditation is a contemplation of nature meditation with Ray. So for the first part of the meditation, Ray will guide in some exercises just to help bring our minds into a quiet space. And then in the second part, she'll guide us through some questions about an object of nature. So before we start the meditation, it might be a good idea to take a moment to go and get a piece of nature. That could be something small that you hold in your hand, like a flower or a stone or a feather. It could be something you can see from where you're sitting outside, like a tree or a mountain or the clouds. Or it could even be something invisible, like gravity or the wind, or something really, really far away, like the sun or the moon. Anything like that. And then, so for that middle section of the meditation, Ray will guide us on some exploration of that element of nature and some simple questions just to help us consider that element of nature and ourselves and the divine.
And for the third part, we recommend that you spend some time thinking about what you experienced, processing it in some way. So as you go through the meditation, you may have different ideas or thoughts or moments with the divine, and you can process them with others. If you've been sitting in a circle, you can pass maybe a talking stick or a talking stone around and hear from each person. This is amazing. It's a really good way to process and hear different elements of what the meditation could be like for other people. Or you can, if you're on your own, just jot down some thoughts in a journal, maybe bullet points, maybe draw a picture, however it is that you want to record what your experience was.
So let's begin.
Welcome everyone to meditation at Shekina Garden. It's good to be here with you today. It's beautiful out today, and I thought we would do a nature meditation in a slightly different way than with different set of questions than we often use here. Today I was reading in a few different verses about how creation speaks to us. And so I just had this whole sort of thought cascade of listening to creation and listening to the way that it speaks to us about God and about ourselves. So let's begin with finding a way to sit that feels comfortable. Maybe just working on trying to stack the spine and make sure that we are in the most relaxed way that we can be, but also kind of upright. If you have any sore spots or muscle tension, you can work that out. Imagine the crown of your head kind of floating up. Bring your awareness to your breath. This nourishing breath that comes all the time, bringing all the oxygen to our extremities, our fingers and toes. Cycling through. Imagine it filling your lungs, moving your rib cage out, and then everything kind of contracting as it all rushes out. If you like, you can put your hands on your belly. Just feel your breath moving your hands outward. Something about having my hands on my belly when I breathe makes me feel like just aware that I'm a person, that I'm here in this body, being blessed. You can bring all of you to this meditation. You can greet yourself here. And you can allow the divine presence to greet you and welcome you with love. If you feel like you need to move throughout the meditation, you're welcome to do it. You don't have to hold one position. When you feel ready, you can begin to extend your awareness outward to the things around you. Maybe the feel of the mat or the chair or ground under you. A place that you connect to the ground. The sensation of air on your skin. Try to imagine that very small, specific space where your sensation ends, the little place between you and the rest of the world. And again, try to imagine that the air is greeting you. A place where you meet the air and the world. Is like a friendly, communicative space. The air says hello to you. Send your awareness out even farther and begin to listen to what sounds there are around you. It could be in the distance, they could be very near. Most likely there are natural sounds, sounds of nature, and also man-made sounds. See if you can flip between the two, listening to one sound and then another. Changing, shifting your awareness and your attention. As you begin to slow from this awareness of sensation and sound and breath, you may pick up on thoughts that you have brought with you, thoughts or emotions, a busy mind. One part of clearing the space for meditation is making a clearing, or making a place of invitation that is free and spacious. Telling the thoughts that they will wait, that they can wait. You can start by noticing what you see, what thoughts are with you, maybe by imagining them as a stream at your feet. It's like a little water stream running over rocks. Your thoughts drift along the stream. It could be plans, or things to do, or snippets of conversation. Just watch them go by. Imagine yourself walking alongside the stream. Going as slowly as you want, watching your thoughts. Until you reach a place where the stream empties into a forested pool of water, something that is a little space, a little pool of water, and they just become still. Everything stops moving. Everything settles into quiet. The water is peaceful. When you're here in this peaceful place beside the pool, you're in a place that's been made for you to come and join with the divine presence in meditation. The Spirit is here whispering over the waters. In an invitation of love. If you find yourself pulled out of meditation today, or your focus being pulled, you can draw it back very gently to this place. A safe place to meet with the divine. And here in the solitude of this safe place, you can offer your own invitation. If you feel comfortable, you can ask to be met in this place by the Spirit of God, the Eternal One. Or you can just offer a short prayer or thought, saying something that you feel or need or want today. Take a moment to kind of open your eyes and look around and find something that you want to focus on for this contemplation of nature. It can be a plant, a rock, anything from nature, something you can rest your eyes on like a mountain. Think about like the wind. I'll give you a few minutes and then we'll come back and begin the rest of the meditation. From Job 12, verses 7 to 10. If you want to learn, then go and ask the wild animals and the birds, the flowers and the fish. Any one of them can tell you what the Lord has done. Every living creature is in the hands of God. If you want to learn, then go and ask the wild animals and the birds, the flowers and the fish. Any one of them can tell you what the Lord has done. Every living creature is in the hands of God. Scripture also says that the stones cry out and the mountains burst into song. With your object, your little piece of creation, of nature, begin by taking some time to get acquainted. You can look at it, or smell it, or hear it, listen to it. Just spend some time looking at it and getting to know it. Examine it. What is this object telling you about itself? What is it sharing with you about itself? What is this object teaching you about its maker? What does it have to tell you about its maker? What is your piece of nature showing you about your longing or your desire? What specific thing is your object or your piece of nature showing you that you desire? What does it tell you about your desire? As you contemplate your object, you can ask yourself, how does God meet you in that desire? How does God respond? If it helps, you can think of, how does God respond to this object? And how does God respond to your desire, to your longing? As you contemplate how God meets you in your desire, in your longing, you can ask yourself, how does this object of nature, how does it move you? How does it shift your heart or change you? How has it taught you? Is there a way that it has moved you? If you want to learn, then go and ask the wild animals and the birds, the flowers and the fish. Any one of them can tell you what the Lord has done. Every living creature is in the hands of God. Come back to your breath when you're ready, bringing your awareness back into your body. Following your breath as it expands your lungs and then contracts, rushing out, meeting the air around you. And when you're ready, bring your awareness back to the circle, and we'll begin our time of sharing. Thank you for joining today. There will be a new guided meditation available each week, so don't forget to subscribe to iTunes or sign up for our newsletter to get podcasts delivered to your inbox at www.shekinacommunity.com/podcast newsletter. Also, you can rate or review on iTunes or sign up as a patron at patreon.com/Shekina Meditation Podcast. Have a beautiful week. Many blessings to you.